Hey everybody, welcome to the next commentary. Today we're playing a Ziggs mid lane versus Akali because Ziggs recently got buffed. Ziggs has a new base damage on his Q. They buffed all of his base damage by 10. So it's not like insane, but it's pretty decent because normally whenever you buff base damage on a main ability, this means it's going to be easier to one-shot caster creeps, so that allows you to roam a little bit more sometimes. It allows you to maybe two-shot back wave at level 3 if you have 2 points inside of your Q, which is very powerful for like early push pressure and the like. Of course, the 10 extra damage also just helps for obviously trading versus people. But yeah, Ziggs, he's a pretty fun champion. He's kind of hard to play because his Q is very difficult to land, but there's some things that you can do during the laning phase to make us have a little bit better of a time. These are the runes that I'm running this game. I kind of like going for the Ultimate Hunter because I feel like his ultimate's kind of on a long cooldown, and the Comet just is for the early game. So what you want to do during the early game, the best way to play it, also they have a Bliss Jungle. I have no idea how good Bliss Jungle is. It's kind of nerve-wracking. Is go for harass when people are standing inside of creeps. I'll even let you Q me, to be honest. Because your Q is a very difficult projectile to land if you're not hitting it on someone that isn't moving. Creeps don't move because they're standing still. Hitting it on Akali is going to be extremely difficult because she's constantly moving back and forth. So landing it on a moving target isn't just hard. But if she ever steps up near creeps, which she has been doing, but she's been doing a really good job at like getting away from it. As you can see, I just got a good trade there though. Every single time that she's walking near it, I'm using my Q onto the whatever creep she's standing near, and that will make the Q explode, and I get that bonus damage off. You can see that it already deals 110 damage, so it's pretty crazy. It also bounces on the ground, and it will only explode when it actually is mid-bounce, so that's just a thought. Make sure that you can use the bounce to sometimes catch people off guard. I would say that if you want to become really good at Ziggs, the difference between a really good Ziggs player and a like average Ziggs player is figuring out how to use your Q effectively during the laning phase. I mean, I would totally, maybe I could have went actually. That was so bad by her using her E incorrectly. We're doing pretty good CS wise. There's a chance Blitzcrank actually ganks me from bot side, which is like kind of nerve-wracking. That's why I'm putting my camera down here so I can just see him when he comes in. Yep, you're dead. What? He's dead to that last one. Yep. The thing about Ziggs is that he actually has crazy... Okay, I like taking barrier against Akali specifically. I beat Catapult using Ziggs that one time when I was versus Akali by just using barrier and using your satchel as a knockback. So what I did was I let him jump on me, didn't use it to run away because I know that with barrier I can temporarily shield myself. Their burst damage honestly isn't too insane. I didn't even have to burn my flash. But what we do is we put the satchel charge behind them and literally throw them underneath tower with me. And you can see that he took so many tower shots that he honestly was kind of fortunate that he lived with like 10 HP or something. He should have probably died, but we managed to pick him off. But that's an extremely powerful thing that you can do with satchel charge. Don't use it just as the like jump for yourself, because when you're on top of it you could jump depending on where you're standing on it, which is sometimes difficult to do. But also use it as a kind of tiny insect where you can throw somebody back into your tower. So it's really effective. To be honest, him living with 10 HP... Did I land a Q on him? Maybe the only reason why he died is because the 10 damage buff. I didn't think about that. Maybe. We'll just continue farming here. I'm kind of worried about being re-ganked, but he does have no flash this time, which obviously helps out a lot. I don't like going tier on Ziggs. Some people like the tier. You are fine mana-wise as soon as you get your Ludens, but it does take time to get that far. But if you have mana issues and you want to make it so you don't run out that often, feel free to get that. You can see I'm using the bounces. I'm hitting her with these really good Qs here. Just throwing it from far away. I don't want to step up too far because the gank, right? Whoa, we have a Camille support. Interesting. I'm almost level 6, actually. She's walking near these creeps, keeping an eye out for those. Every single time that she walks near creeps, we're looking for these Qs. Once again, another good throw. This is the main way of getting that Ziggs harass off. I do have level 6. Bot lane is completely full HP. Moving around our camera a little bit so we can be aware of our surrounding, because we do have like kind of a global ultimate. I'm just going to use my satchel here. Sometimes if you can't get minions because they're not all dying at the same time, you can throw Q plus satchel at the same time just to get a little bit of bonus damage off. But you have to be extremely careful with doing this because obviously this is my escape and it's on an extremely, extremely long cooldown. So I don't want to accidentally make it so I have to like burn flash rather than satchel if I get ganked. That would suck. A lot of people will juke away from their creeps because they get used to youth always throwing it on it. So sometimes you can even read movement. So she knows that I'm probably going to Q her when she goes for creeps, but rather than throw it onto the creeps, I throw it like downwards because most people juke a certain way. I was trying to knock her near my tower, not away from the tower. It's kind of sad. They're winning bot lane pretty hard, though. It's really nice. Nice, another hit here. I don't think that she could actually beat me 1v1, so I'm okay with her actually fighting me because I have that barrier up. The Ziggs damage is too much. Close. Let's just go for the minion. We'll go for a little bit of auto trading here because obviously auto trading is still pretty effective. Is that going to land? Nice. Wow. She used her E, but we managed to land it on her. Oh, bot lane actually lost the fight. Dang. Or they weren't able to kill. She's kind of getting chunked, but the issue is I'm so I might just look for a reset instead. If your teammates are ever winning with Ziggs, one thing about the satchel as well is that it's used to kill towers. I don't like maxing it second because I think that the damage from your E is just so damn good, even though it lowers the cooldown on your satchel. So I really like Emax, but some people like the other one instead. Going for the satchel max because it increases the tower execute threshold, so if it's like, rather than it being executed here, you can like almost do 2 plates instead. But if your teammates are winning, if you can somehow convince them to do Rift or help them with it, you can get a ridiculous amount of gold in the game. In my opinion, one of the best Ziggs things that you can do is pressure hard during the early game. As you can see that what I'm doing. I mean, I wasn't able to... Nice. Even though that we didn't manage to help him with the kill, we managed to at least make it so the Malphite flashed away and didn't want to really fight him. And I mean, I think it was good what I did because, I mean, if that did land, he would have just died. I'm just going to put this down here so he has to run through it. I don't think I'm going to get that creep. Damn, that kind of blows. Oh, well. We almost one-shot back wave. We should be able to at level 9. Knock him into tower, throw a Q on top of him. If I had ultimate here, honestly, might be able to kill, but I don't. I'll just flash auto attack, should finish him off. Because he was 1 HP, as soon as I start channeling the auto attack, it's already over. Oh, man. Oh, she's just going to run away. She's not going to continue fighting. Bot lane got dove by the Kali. They're really far behind this game. Oh. Anyways, Ziggs is a good snowballing champion if your teammates are ahead because he can get the towers so easily, and towers are worth a lot of gold. Like, I'm not gonna 2v1 here. I know it's just a Yuumi, but it doesn't matter. Yuumi is still a scary champion. Oh, I actually didn't get it by the Q. Wow. I wonder why they're just perma-grouping. We did get the Blitzcrank flash, so I'm pretty safe versus him. Okay. Okay, Yumi. Damn, she really tried, huh? I have my ultimate back up again. The center of it does 400 damage. You're trying to land the center. The outer ring does a little bit less, so... You definitely want to land the center of it. Akali ultimate is kind of a high cooldown. Okay, so another thing is that whenever you use an ability, it gives you your passive back. What your passive does is it gives you bonus damage on your next auto attack that deals magic damage, but it deals bonus damage, even more bonus, to towers. So you're really good at sieging towers and getting plates, but the bad part is you're not really much of a duelist, so, you know, fighting champions like this Akali is kind of dangerous. It makes it kind of nerve-wracking trying to fight. Can I even kill this guy if I, like, landed the center? Maybe he'll just kill on his own. Nice Q here. I'll just walk through. I'm not really too worried about her getting on top of me. She doesn't have flash. She has that ignite, so... If she's not already running towards us. We're doing the Rift Herald. That's really important, obviously. I mentioned earlier about why Rift Herald is so effective on Ziggs, so... They got the dragon, that's alright. Play through our strong side. Ignore the bot side that's losing for now. Using this Rift Herald literally mid or top should net us just the tower immediately, because we can probably just finish it off with our satchel. Rift Herald normally just gives straight up 2 plates, and they have 4, so knocking it down to 2 I think might be enough. Or like 1 auto attack after knocking it down. I'm going to put another point into satchel just to make it a little bit better, so we have a little bit easier time. I'm going to just use my auto attack once on this. Nah, I can't. She's dead. What sucks is that my teammate died. My satchel will be up in 4 seconds. I do have enough mana for it, so I'll just satchel charge it. I don't have mana here, so honestly, we're probably not going to kill this guy, so I'm just going to back away. We only had enough for 1. The Camille ulti is so good versus Akali, because Akali is an extremely mobile champion, but it locks her into that grid, and then I can use my ultimate basically in the entire thing, and even though I only hit the edge of it, it's still a decent amount of damage. She also put herself into a corner. I really like going Ludens. You could also go for, like, a Liandry's. Liandry's is pretty good. Crown is probably not... I think every single item is good except for the Everfrost. Everfrost does make sense because you're kind of a long-range champion, so you don't really want to use that Everfrost very much. But the Ludens is very good versus, like, squishier champions, and they're not that tanky. The Malphite's building mainly armor. Even Blitzcrank is going for a Bruiser build, so he's not going to have much magic resist during the early game. If they had an extremely tanky team comp with Maokai and Maokai jungle with a top laner that's Ornn, Liandry's would probably be my choice. But because they're more of a Bruiser-esque, we won't go for it this game. Also, sometimes AD carries, like, will build like Maw, like an Ezreal is a pretty common champion. I don't know about Caitlyn though. I doubt it. Dude, are you okay? Oh my god, she's really disrespecting how much damage I do. So what I did was I put down my satchel. She's 2 full items, by the way. 2. And I'm not even, like... I mean, I do have boot advantage on her, I guess. But if I was, like, closer to being as fed as she is, I think that we would have been able to do even more. But I wasn't level 11. If I landed my ultimate or placed it better, maybe I could have killed her. But what I'm doing is I put down my E, and rather than jumping away... You can use your E sometimes, sorry, your satchel, your W, to knock people back into your E. So I actually use that to knock her back into it to deal more damage, and also it slows her, just to chunk her. My teammates are, like, fighting without me, so I'm pretty sure this could just be a lost fight. Fior's kind of popping off, though. Fior's kind of nuts. Yeah, dude. That seems like a lost fight. This Malphite doesn't have ultimate, right? Nah, this isn't possible. It's because Malphite gets movement speed when he uses Q. I was hoping that maybe I could get a little bit more damage off because he has literally no MR, but it's not going to work out for us, I think. Just helping with the damage. Even though, like, the Camille is a support, I still think it's probably worth getting that kill. Camille support isn't even that bad because what happens is she'll just become another bruiser. Use my satchel to get that. Honestly, maybe I could have went for the tower, though. I think the next item I'm going to go for is a Shadow Flame. It's a pretty standard mage item, just giving you more pen, so I'm going to be dealing a crap ton of damage to all of the squishies because they don't have magic resist just yet. Let's even buy a little bit of pink wards and a blue trinket, so we have a little bit longer range to look at. What's really nice about your E is the mines last about, like, the same time as the cooldown, so during Dragon, if we can set it up, I can put it down in like a corridor and they literally have to run through it or just wait it out, and it lasts 10 seconds. So I mean, waiting it out normally is not really going to work. If I didn't have Ultimate Hunter this game, this would probably be on an 80-second cooldown rather than 65. I think like Ziggs is very similar to Vex. Alright, we should definitely do the dragon here. So what I'll do is I'll just put down the mines in the corridor. This will deter anybody from walking through this, like the Blitzcrank, just in case. And see, they're still alive even though we finished it. I don't know, we don't have Camille ulti, so honestly I think that this fight isn't going to be as easy as we are trying to make it out to be. Throw a bomb here, it's going to bounce towards that guy. The Blitzcrank is honestly like letting himself get caught out here, possibly. Okay, we'll just back away. Okay, put this in the corridor. It's probably is a lost fight. Even though they're walking through the corridor, like, isn't gonna help. I mean, that was just way too aggressive. I don't know why they went so deep. But that's alright. I wonder why this Caitlyn continues playing so aggressive. She's honestly maybe going to get herself killed eventually, and if I get that kill... It's so big. God, she's so low. So depressing. Oh man, she's getting kited so hard. The Camille. She's like, she had her ultimate there, but at least she has her ultimate now. I mean, if she can somehow land it on this person and then I can ulti afterwards, my ultimate is down right now, but if it happens, I'm able to get a gigantic shutdown and that could really bring us back into this game that we're currently losing. Our Fiora is doing really good though. I'm not scaling wise, like, I know Akali's scaling is pretty good too because her teamfight prowess is always like crazy high, but Ziggs is like land one good ultimate and you can kind of just win a team fight outright because your ultimate late game can deal like 1.5k. I actually have a Ziggs game yesterday that I played on stream in Challenger ELO, and it was a ridiculously good game. So if you guys are interested in watching another Ziggs game, I'm going to put that on my Peek and Wolf 2 channel, which is just a bunch of stream VODs. I would highly recommend. It was actually literally 1v9 game where I was against the world, and it was extremely frustrating, and you'll see if we even win it at the end. But by late game inside of that game, my ultimate did 1.7k or something at the center. Good fight. We did exactly what we needed to do. Remember, I mentioned over and over again, the top fight that we lost over here was because, in my opinion, we didn't have Camille ult. I honestly don't know why we even fought without Camille ult, because if she lands Camille ult on the Caitlyn, there's literally no way to exit the guaranteed 400 damage. Obviously, if I hit the center, even better. I think I hit the center here. But she can just be kind of a... She can be crowd control just by pressing R and keeping her locked down for us. Okay, Ezreal got the shutdown, so I hope that like really brings him back into the game. He is Like almost 2.5 core. Almost finishes Mermana as well. I don't want to get engaged on. I'm a bit weaker. Okay, Malphite's actually top. Holy shit, dude. Oh, nice. Wow, good Q by me. I'm surprised that even hit. Fiora wants to split push bot, which means that somebody has to go bot on the enemy team to match her. So that means we want to do Baron, because what happens is... Oh, we kill Malphite here, probably. It's probably going to ulti over here. Dude, where are you running? Okay, well, he's just dead. I'll just let the bomb get him. I'll just run over. I didn't want to let him base, because if he bases, he can maybe TP back, and that'd be terrible. They sent a lot of enemies bot side, so that's why we're immediately doing the Baron. That's how split pushing works, right? You have Fiora bot, and Fiora is actually really fed, so what happens is there's literally no way for them to actually... I'm just gonna flash here. I don't want to die. I still have barrier as well, just in case that Caitlyn ulties me. There could be a colleague coming this way as well, because they might loop around to try to get me, so I'm just gonna back up all the way. Anyways, as I was mentioning before, with Fiora going bot, nobody can match her, so then they have to send more people than just one bot, which means that then we can start Baron, because we have numbers advantage topside. I mean, most macro play is just stemming from macro or numbers advantage in most fights, so... My CS per minute isn't very good this game. I think that honestly getting 10 CS per minute on Ziggs should be a priority. It's honestly not that difficult to do. I'll just like help Q it over the wall. I kind of want to be on this side rather than the middle. I think it's more safe. Yeah, I'll come bot. That's fine. The thing is, we already have top inhib, so that is going to pressure on its own no matter what. You can think of inhibs as permanent split pushers who will always be in the lane, meaning the enemy has to catch it, which then gives you numbers advantage elsewhere. I really don't want to use my ultimate for him. I'd rather just... Oh, wait. She's not low enough for ulti. The reason why I'm holding my ulti here is because she has flash. We just saw her flash away, right? The main goal is somehow land the ability after she uses her dashes. She did just use her dash here, but if a colleague jumps in on Ezreal, she'll just go over my bombs here, which is why I put it there. Put down my E, so she can't use her ultimate. I think the game might just be over now. Oh my god, that does so much damage. Holy shit. I'm just gonna knock him back into me. I don't think I need to use my ultimate here either. I'm pretty sure they're just dead. The Caitlyn also died to the Fiora, so I think the game's just over here. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the Ziggs commentary. Pretty decent game at doing the things that I need to do to win the game, while their team comp definitely needed to go for the hard engage approach with their comp, but they didn't manage to. Does this guy have ultimate or not? Just get that. You can 1,000 damage to the Nexus there, and we'll see how big our damage is. I mean, Fiora definitely was one of the reasons why I think that we won, but I think that we did a good like understanding of what our main role was inside of the game. Wasn't too crazy. Didn't have to do anything insane. Yeah, I did second most damage. Very close to being first most. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the Ziggs commentary. If you guys, please give a like on the video if you guys want to help me out with the algorithm. If not, whatever. Thanks for watching, guys. Just watching it to the full duration is already enough. So thanks for watching once again. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.